Welcome everybody. Today I want to have a look at Freetrade and actually making trades on the platform. So if we have a look first at JD.com, which is a Chinese stock, sort of like Chinese Amazon. So I'm going to put in for just one share on JD because I just want to show you. So I put in a basic order, which means it will be placed at 4 p.m. today. I'll get the best price at that time. So, but if the price massively goes up, I won't be able to buy that share because I've put in £22, as it says there, you can see. And the exchange rate there is £1 for $1.34, which is a pretty good exchange rate actually. And there is 0 commission, as you can see. So I'll just authorize that and it'll go through. Just take a little second and then that'll be go through. So I've just put a little bit of money in my Freetrade account. And if you saw my recent portfolio overview on my channel, if you haven't, you should watch that now. I'll put a card up in the top corner. But I only have £100 in my Freetrade account currently, just to sort of test it out and do things like this, just testing the trades. So here you go. See, I cancelled a trade on GVC Holdings, which is a gambling company, and I'm glad I did now because the stock went down after, but I sort of rethought that one and cancelled it off due to more regulations. But yeah, as I was saying, there's more money in my Hargreaves Lansdown account currently than my Freetrade account, as I'm just sort of testing out Freetrade, and I'm currently just in a fund and share account, not an ISA, which means I do have to pay capital gains tax and stamp duty, all those sorts of things. So now let's just I'm just gonna have a look through all the stocks on there, so you can just have a good look at all the different sort of stocks that are on Freetrade. And there we have BT, which is again still slow internet, which I think is kind of funny. They do have a few jokes like that, like I showed in the last video, Berkshire Hathaway just says Warren Buffett's company. It's all sort of a bit of tongue-in-cheek humour, but you can see on there they have quite a few different stocks on there, and I'm just trying to search for one now that we can invest in, just to show you a instant trade for, and then they cost £1. So what I did a minute ago was a free trade, and it gets done at 4 p.m. UK time, and that is obviously a free trade. But the instant trade costs £1, but the US market, sorry, at the time I'm doing this isn't open currently, so I can't do a instant trade on the US market, obviously, because the market isn't yet open. So I'm going to find a UK stock, but in the meantime, just enjoy looking through all these stocks, look and give you a good overview of what Freetrade has to offer. And also, if you are looking to join Freetrade and you like the look of these stocks and you like the look of the app, I've got to say it's a pretty good app so far. I've been given one link that I'll put down in the description, that means whoever clicks that link first, whoever gets it first, gets instant access to Freetrade instead of having to wait in the waiting list of 50,000 people. So I'll stick that down in the description and in the I'll pin it in the comments for you guys. So whoever gets that one first gets instant access to the app and jumps a 50,000 person queue. So enjoy that if you can get it. So here we can see they have US stocks, they have UK stocks, they have a few funds. It's not as good as something like Hargreaves Lansdown for funds. So you have like sort of the basic JP Morgan ones, but and a few others, like you obviously have the S&P 500 and the FTSE 100, which are crucial ones, and you have like the dividend aristocrats and UK dividends, which are important, and that's what people like to invest in. Here we go, you can see them here. So yeah, people like to invest in those, so those are important ones to have on here, but it just doesn't have things such as the AXA funds or any sort of things like that. So you have like Lindsay Train or any of those sort of specialist funds. Hargreaves Lansdown is definitely the place for that, or a different sort of fund or a different broker, sorry, is probably better for funds at this point. But if you're just looking for stocks and shares trading, you know what you're doing, or you're just happy to invest in the S&P 500, which is Warren Buffett's happy to invest in the S&P 500, so it can't be all bad, right? So yes, I don't think much can come close to Freetrade currently in terms of prices. Well, literally nothing can come close really. Well, I'm used to paying for about £12 in, £12 out, so about £24 in total for a trade, and that really does add up, especially if you're doing smaller amounts of money. So when I do purchase stocks, I usually have to do them in £1,000 or more to make it sort of worth my while. Otherwise, the percentage that I've paid on the commission is a massive chunk out of my possible profits already. So I have to make, if I put in £100, I have to make up 12% before I even start making a profit on that stock, just because of the cost of buying the actual stock. So I'm sort of looking at to invest in a utilities company maybe. So they have pretty good dividends. They're quite fairly stable as long as there's not too much regulation coming. So I'm going to have a look for a nice utility stock now. We'll see what we can find. So let me know in the comments of what you're investing in at the moment and what broker that you use, because I'm always interested to know what sort of brokers everybody else uses. Here, National Grid, that seems like an okay one. It's been up quite a bit. It's down quite a bit from what it used to be. So I've put in £10 for an instant share, which you see there is £1 and placed immediately, and they're £8.88 per share. And you can see stamp duty, I always forget I have to pay that on a fund and shares account, so that was only 4p, but it all adds up. So that's why an ISA is definitely preferable if you can do that. But I can't open a new ISA, or can't pay into a new stocks and shares ISA until the 5th of April now. So here you have my portfolio. You can see National Grid is already showing up along with Micron Technology, and the queued orders you have JD.com, which obviously I said it before, we processed today at 4 p.m. UK time, that is, sorry. So yeah, there you go. Let me know what you think, and remember to click that link down in the bottom if you like the look of Freetrade. Get instant access with that link down in the description and in the comments. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment anything you want to talk about below. Hope you like the look of Freetrade, hope you like the video, and stay around because I'm going to have a full review of Freetrade coming up soon. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.